You are watching Revelations, the biggest spiritual platform. Here we don't talk politics. So when we say politics, any kwa mu sunsum sem. Aha yem predictive football. When we say ye ka football ye koye sunsum sem. Inti obia otna seti we su biara eye sunsum mu enipa. Aha yenye advertisement. Ye educational platform. Aha ni ye man for acquire knowledge. Omu gaini omu consciousness. Na omu nyane efri omundaye mu. Said ya wutie bia watching Revelations no will make your intuitions no open. Once again, I welcome you to your platform and my name is one and only Maame Grace. I will be and then your guest no a friend of the Oracle. Intibemo no ankasa aboni full name ni nara edi amaye. Na the topic ni the concept of true spirituality, proving the power of God. It's a huge topic, but ono ankasa ebe breaking it down na wamaye hu. Inti I welcome you, my viewers, and I welcome our guest, the Oracle. I welcome you to Revelations.
Thank you.
Okay, in 1 minute, I want you to introduce yourself to my viewers and your loved ones, and then tell us who you are.
Okay, so my name is Ahunkeja, and Ahunkeja is my full name though, but my family full name in Tuja because of background issues, right? And like what kind of me Oracle, Oracle, it's an office within this whole system, and I think prophets borrow from oracles, something of that sort. Then be come from honestly for me, no, I see say I'm just an avatar for something to use. And I mostly don't really talk about me. I'm not important in any discussion in any sort. Exactly.
Oh, but you might not be important in any discussion. But the fact that you are sitting on this platform, we would want to know who you are, what you are, and what to learn from you.
Okay. So, like I said, I'm an avatar for specific beings. My ideology and everything is mostly different from most people because of this nature of things. But mechanical, also you can fast forward. A lot of your mechanic is something that only me and you drain on. But if you actually slow down and study history, you realize certain things. I always tell people, people like me have come and gone, so we know what we talk about some of the times. But like I said, of course, when you talk, you have to prove certain things. So hopefully, you will now prove 1 or 2 things. Hopefully, but you're interested in that. Okay,
thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah.
So when you say you are part of Avatar.
No, I said I'm an avatar for specific things.
So what do you mean by that? Explain.
Like human beings, we are known as vessels, right? Vessels are supposedly supposed to be avatars, but and you'll be an bit me used for specific things. Obi the neighbor say on betrayed, obi so the neighbor say ebia on be one nipa miensa, obi nipa 3,000. So so everyone is brought on this planet for specific roles, right? Which is different from say someone is destined to do something. Every human being, whether you are rich, poor, no matter who you are destined to do something. That's the specificity. For my aspect, I'm just meant say something like a betweener between the seen and unseen. So I don't specifically say I'm worshiping a god or the supreme one. Like I don't. I am a contractor. They come, I form a contract, then I'm done. I don't have but I have bonds with certain species. Yeah.
You have bonds with certain species,
yeah.
But you are not. You don't belong to anybody.
No, I'm a loan contractor.
You are a loan contractor. So what? A day any me contract with them.
Okay. It depended the being crow, right? It been with me ba say it be like almost my see say on base say. Right, but Into your mobile me ho some person me ya. What exactly does it take? No mama so my boy miss my requirements like ABR for me I don't need anything. I just need 1, 2, 3. Like mostly it's power. I won't lie about it. So I just be like, try me send you 1, 2, 3. Then we can have a discussion.
I didn't get that part. Obi Fane say me about
oh would una oka.
No, not me. What I'm saying is Obi ba wo ho a.
Oh nipa ba me ho a. So nipa ba me ho there anything as I don't do healing. My attribute is not specific for healing. I'm a dark attribute. I'm not a light attribute. Well, you're a light attribute. I'm a dark attribute, and I'm proud of it as well.
Okay.
I deal
so
with
what na eba wo ho for contract no?
I'm slightly getting confused. Are you talking about humans or you're talking about
no? Now
other
what
beings?
Mama Tia say unye light.
No.
So you are from the other side.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm asking you.
So all sorts of beings. Beings you've heard stories of. Beings.
So let tell us some of it. Them maybe 3 vital ones. Say be this being, this being, this being. So we'll take the drive from there.
Okay. So you know, we are all like people laugh. I can already see.
But this is revelation.
I understand. Okay, I hear things now. No problem. I don't think I won't mention specific names because no, true. People don't understand this game altogether. You're not allowed to mention people's names because as soon as you know an entity's name, you can control the entity. A law. So I don't mention like names.
So how are we going to communicate?
Many angels edihufa, many archangels edihufa. I've worked with a few seraphims and like only one cherubim, I think. Yeah, only one cherubim.
And now they've
contracted.
They've contracted. What are some of the things I almost contracted? Say
in Zambia, I'm say what you show right. I'm say obia plans will be cool, but asma soft will be some be control. But soft on neighbor yasa bribe no. Obama hobbit makers oh minimum makers I have no idea no way video or share me whatever no makers say what's up no I share me then I tell the person say if your own prove it. So sometimes I tell people life where I'm living I don't leave it straightforward. Sometimes me call myself and me cheer about to correct certain things. It is sometimes maybe self for proof because certain things known as familiar spirits can also come up and be like trick you and minima. So because of that, you know, say Bibi ba say BCA, make a change pa say amakai omoka few you say a specific city be say whatever. Me make a say look, let it play out. If you as powerful as you say reverse time, then I'll do what you said. Then it'll be like okay, so they can let it play out. It be cool, and I see it live on news. You cool, and I make sure say it's not an illusion. I can spend on you say it's not a joke. I'm not gonna say okay, no problem, you're ready, uncle. But that one too, sometimes I pay a bit of a price, but me theory. Then they bring me back. Then I do my mission. But if I also do my mission now, maybe I also win female. Me my enemy you, my you know, me come baby. So something.
Okay, so angels also pay you for working for them.
Angels are like the lowest beings in the not really. I'm a same color. So when they come, like I don't really take anything from them because their level of power is.
So which ones now ultimately take it? Which ones are so powerful? Like
me, the most powerful are like cherubims.
They are also angels.
Cherubims are angels and what you use them as demons at the same time. They have cherubims who don't like humans and they have cherubims who like humans. They catch cherubim and seraphim. Some now, like according to biblical history and I say even Islamic history near the end, they were closest to God's throne. Does it make sense? Hierarchy is determined by the source. Obi obey me. Ne ranking ebe higher than Obi or footman. Pachanameka notice here. Oko presidential house. In Krofonomo being president, they have a higher power than those who are outside the gate. That's what you are using as a hierarchical like value. Nipa no being source, attributes need be funny until the person becomes automatically more powerful than Obia or gates. That's what you are using. Angels, are people who are mostly on this planet. Until most of the time, being true. So because of that, they lack the strength as like an archangel would have, or as like a dominion or power would have, because those people are actually closer to the throne room than the other. So basically, yeah. Until I angels and whatever, like I have over 1 million of them. I don't like I tell them to do certain things, but say me GBB if is cheating. I promise them saying the afterlife. As long as because they've been assigned to me, I'll make sure specific things are done for them because that's the main reason they are here. because yena ye be bu on my ten. So because of that, anything I say, even because unkuku nipo say okoye because maka. Because at the end, you know, ye bisa me a met makasio we until they just promote the person.
Until then I out to me catch on so monkoye. We want to know.
Okay, interesting.
Three good things. I will catch on so monkoye. Any one bad thing now so monkoye. I'm not actually interested in bad stuff. Okay. But at the same time, we want to know.
For the good things,
three.
Three. That would be really tricky. Three. I mostly don't give. Okay, I can only give one.
Good things.
Yes.
No. Give three. And okay, then give one good thing and three bad ones. I mean, change it anyhow you want it. Yeah, sure.
Okay, there was one person and I mean I think over 20 years now. Yeah, I don't know. I think Pete. Yeah, I think that's him. Now, like on an area, right? Over 20 years. But these people were very good to me when I was a kid. So I quite remember my friend, like when I do a lot of these things. I do it in the morning as well. But my friend, Nyomana and me Castan, I'm catching say Charlie. I quite like why Nyoma baby am I like come on like and I'm cause you yeah. So I'm beside say so what do I suggest? And I'm cause you me share a pen or pay because this guy has like money. He doesn't really need the riches. Into a ban or pay. So we contacted one of the little babies, you know, like they are, I don't want to call them spirits, but they're like specific beings who can be allowed as long as like people like me give them a contract, they will come. And I'm gonna get on a contract. And I think right now they have twins, but they don't know that the twins are not really human or that sort.
But they are not going to cause any harm.
Oh no.
They will give them the joy they want. That is one.
Yeah.
Two more.
For jointing,
don't mention anybody's name.
I'm trying to, but like
the good things that you see. How long have you been practicing this?
My whole life.
Your whole life, and you can't tell me the three good things they've done.
Because I don't lean on their power. You don't get it.
I know, but what you have done with them.
Okay.
You send them to do stuff. You control them.
I've controlled. I did that. Secondly, I quite remember that was 2014. Na me ko Kumasi, right? Inti me ko Kumasi na say accident BC. That one dey omu yi try me clear because my dad e can. Inti my dad can na me say accident in see. And jokes aside, I don't prevent accidents. Because if you prevent an accident, it means say timeline a bit miss you before so. Me accident I can survive. Me 16 accidents this life but I'm not that old. Like cars have collided on me but you can't scratch me. That's how I believe myself. So you can't scratch me. So because of that, I was in the car. I knew for a fact, say, can't accident with how I'm seeing things now. In I knew, except me, of course. But I knew. In the way, I quite remember at 4 p.m. I just met him. I'm sharing. I'm catch a lady back. Could be not Tim and Chain because near 2 I'm catch a lady not Tim window and say, "Yen switch." And we I'm so adding. I'm so patrol. They yen switch. Just anonymous and I'm like asking me booth and I'm catching say tea. Wow for Oba first bonding the say, second bonding the say, yen switch, Obetia say later. Share me din one casa and no switch here. Tia switch and I'm share can you na me din. I'm catching in say accident na see like 1 hour bands need to Kumasi. But let them accident in see 1 hour 30 minutes. It's here and I'm more instructions. Say see. Accident in see. I think only 10 people got hit. The rest were okay, but it's better than
everybody going. Everybody going to go. That's awesome. The last one.
I don't do a lot of good things like you think.
Okay, then give me 2 bad things to balance.
Okay, there was this lady. This thing is recent, last 2 years, right? Maybe public 2 years ago. In terms of like public, in terms of what I'm doing. In the last 2 years, I quite remember clients be by me say or the issue be by me. So the issue ni ba me honom no me share issue ni din na me ka chen say akwanche na be banini right but akwanche no if I even tell you it sounds super stupid to me ka chen no e no ye ya me so ye ya me din na me share ni din na me ka oh pacho wa ba me ho me e wo ho na me ka cho no see o debi me mfinya me sin na me share ni din na me say okay osuji yesu di me ma 1 month so why your menses say we the next month obey your menses die be trap brame ho After 1 year, friends and immense is still encore.
Hey!
Mini problem.
What's happening?
It's forever. Like, I don't really care. And I'm catching so all of them encore sophobia or encore. And me, I always tell people with the authority I have, I can if I tell you something, I'm catching say sophobia in your bejoa. I don't care even if you climb to heaven. Forget about it. It will never happen.
One more.
And this one, I think yen.com have the evidence. So in yen.com. If they are watching, hopefully they'll comment. Make a interview. I like being playful, right? Now, boys need be only send and call out here. Like they were making noise about my feelings. One guy be making some be some like na me hopefully I'll do it even here. Like most of the time, like showing people how the third eye operates. Make a time then you pick things, I identify them, right? Most people don't even know how the third eye operates. So like maybe and I'm catching and say most people in Crawford to me a share me. The thing says all a joke. It's a guy and not straight with you and I'm catching so I'm best so me. The video is viral out there. It has like 500,000 views at this point. Intimacy on sumi and I'm like on makatami near. Now for the almost pointy objects. Into almost pointy and I'm catching a guy and I say Mimu soon on sumi because on sumi my name regrets anything. So feature me so na mystery my stress amankasa. We interview we o ma ti say ha ma ban ye interview me we have the o yin so say nensa agene o na me say mate no see bibia anye no I'm sure me say na voices ne ka say obi we ya no see o there ukun we o kola ehun hia I'm catching so ehun hia o dey call no sabe texting on Instagram or flee the guy became paralyzed half of his body. And it's not like this is from sources. So okọ sofu bi ho. Na sofu ne ko bon prayer man answer na miss in a drain efini it's not very normal. So in a way it's kind of good and bad, I don't really know.
So was it a punishment for him laughing at you?
Not for him laughing at me, but for disrespecting the thing. You can laugh, nobody has a problem with it, but don't I tell people me stream you. I don't have a problem. Me, I'm not important. Bit my stream, bit my yam, whatever. But as soon as I'm in this element and how like
you might forgive or forget the person, but the spirit will come after you because they don't know what is called forgiveness. I understand. So let's put everything together and bring it down to your topic.
Okay.
So right now, if somebody is watching you right now and he wants to know, place you somewhere, should we place you in a pastor's seat, a fetish priest? Where do we place you?
I don't belong in any religion.
You don't belong, but you work for, should I say you work for angels, you work for spiritual beings? I want to know, somebody will ask.
I work for the source.
For the source?
Yeah.
So, which source?
The source of our life.
The source of life. So, how do you know? You
like clarifying, Obia person clarifying as God, God, God. I always tell people there's nothing like God.
Okay, I understand now. I understand now. So, you call it source, some say God, some say creator, some say this. So, but your own is life, source of life. It makes sense. Okay, so your topic is the concept of true spirituality.
Okay.
And then proving the power of God. When you say this, what are you saying?
I'm trying to say we live in an era, Siciano, a lot of people, first and foremost, do not study. And because they do not study, they just disrespect things. Yeka spirituality, yeka spirituality, yeka spirituality. In Crawford, spirituality, I bet sorry them, but it's not so. Because even the word spirit, it comes from the Greek word spiritus, I think, which means breath of life. So it means say anything that is alive is classified as a spirit being. But in this concept, you can't even spirita, you can't people who have been awakened into who are sorry and a Christian because you are born again. Just say you were not living, so because of that you have to be refreshed and then regenerated out of something. That's the whole concept. But like I realized over the years, right? Say so many people have come out trying to get glory for themselves, and because of that, you know, the true essence of the concept of spirituality or like living within a spiritual field, you know, has been lost. And then everything is corrupted. Books is corrupted. Television is corrupted. No air tries warning on the dangers of the corruption. Then you get a lashback, which is weird because it has happened before. Even when you check the Bible, I am okay. Noah, Same thing. People were doing all their things. No one say, oh, say obia in and then okay, I know, forget our method here. Okay, then sorry. Then a lot of people just backlashed him. But then at the end of the day, everything he said happened. So for me, with spirituality, I'm just trying to tell people the exact way to live life, how powerful we are, and what we can do with that needed
Break
power.
it down. How do we have to live life? How powerful should we know?
Okay, so the average human being, your lifespan is basically about 70 years at this point. Others will go past, but it's 70 years. Within these 70 years, you have to go through 3 stages in life. Okay, first I tell people the 3 stages are simply the religious state, the spiritual state, and the mysticism state. It's about religious state. You are born into what is known as a belief system. What is a belief system? Yawo abba baby. Oba baby, no. They are identifying fancy a woman. Idea we see it as divine, right? Obi ya wone this field into a shadi and see into a bekan chenema adiena ocean. That's what is known as a belief system. Obi so ya wone waha into a hen see. Or no soon who had the any, but can't we at chenema and so on belief system. So same thing for everyone. But then this ideology becomes toxic when these two begin to compare, and then they start fighting each other. But that's the baby state, so it's okay. Needed. We don't have a problem with it. But then we have a problem when you're not actually growing. Every spiritual book stays study to show yourself approved. Like you need to study. In the religious state, you are introduced into a concept. Into introducing into that concept, that's when you enter into the spiritual state. The spiritual state is a state of wanting to be awakened, wanting to be alive. How do you become alive? By actually learning what you are. So then you begin to learn, study certain dynamics of certain things, and then you begin to understand, say, oh, okay, so this is the actual elephant in the room. This is how the elephant looks like. I was just looking at the backside of the elephant. And in knowing this, you move straight into what I term as mysticism, where then things people think are secrets, you begin to know, and now you know how to ask the right questions to know the right answers to those questions. It's as simple as that.
So you've explained mysticism. Now I explaining religion. So spirituality, where do we place it?
We place it right in the middle.
In the middle.
Exactly.
So from religion to spirituality and then mysticism.
Exactly.
So if someone should get into all this level, what else is left for the person?
Death.
Death.
Check your Bible. Yeah, it does. Check your Bible. No, it's in Genesis. Enoch. Yeah. Enoch pleased God, and then he was no more. Check Elijah. He was so like he had so much knowledge in the mystical universe that I see a smile in just on the fan no hard. Same thing.
So where are you now?
Let's just say I'm like level 1 of mysticism.
There
are like 10 levels.
So that's why I was coming to ask you, why are you not dead?
Well,
because you didn't. So explain to us the mysticism. No, you are on a level.
Yeah.
They have levels. Can you explain?
The levels depict what you have access to.
Okay.
Right. There are a lot of secrets in this universe. There are a lot of things. When we talk about heaven and hell, there are actual meanings to it. When we talk about God, there are actual meanings to it. When we talk about other beings, there are actual meanings to it. Mysticism actually helps you get the results or the answers you seek for those things. So for someone like me, for now, I'm able to travel back and forth from living to dead. So in a way, I'm also a necromancer, talking to like dead spirits and stuff like that, and but I haven't reached the level where I know 1% of what exists. That's the 10th level. And when you know that you can't be classified as a human because you have immortality, and because of that you have to be taken from this plane. That's a dream baby, you won't die. And
but to say you won't have dream.
To me, once the levels of beings, right? To me, how more top, no? Like from the 2nd level downwards, me person me drew level up, like the source of all life. Me ha ne dia me you. That's me.
I know they would do crime found.
No, it's a transition, so I don't.
It's a transition, so you don't have a problem. This tells how endowed you are. Because everybody who is gotten to the level of spirituality is not afraid of death.
Exactly.
That one day, I know. So now, I want you to break down the 3 pillars that you just gave. Religion, spirituality, and then mysticism. So let us know the benefit of being in religion. Then after we come to spirituality, Fabra Ghana, they are Ghana for a lucky our religion, how they are supposed to see religion. Now, if we're breaking it down, the Abba said the SSO who spirituality, said the Omo yes spirituality, said the ancestors or Moyano. I think if you want about mysticism.
Okay, and see, you cut religion as an American religion, I dream try a be watum, cardin charm, make a belief system. Nti ya wo akole bia to baabi no ye be che ne se bia ti se Christopher be ka se bia Christo enyame Muslim for be ka se bia Allah ene enyame eno sma Muhammad edebre omo the various ye ka traditional kra. I mostly don't like using the word traditional. Like, do you know how I don't like using the word? Do you understand? The word traditional means say idea eye common e wo kro bi so. But Ghana ha religion be na common. Christianity, no traditional religion, Christianity.
Hey.
No, you can't traditional. Idea common. What are traditions? They are the customs and rites practiced by the people. Ghana, what customs and rites do we practice as a whole? 70% of this population are Christians. So technically, no, you can't traditional. Christians. But like I said, it's a lack of understanding of certain ways. But I'm saying traditional in the sense of our actual belief systems or our core belief systems or our foundation are the start on mine. You can't obia any idea like before a chair or mass send your based on locality. And a some no in terms of your traditional segments, you know, a some no a started free bibia ye wo say ye ma ebeti ye environment as say share I before. Often say omobosom where exactly which bosom panel popular. They actually talk about the snakes. I before migrated from Benin. Benin is the land of snakes. So they talk about the snakes and I almost linked the snakes to the ocean spirits. Because I idea almost bang notness. They don't talk about snakes and stuff like that. They talk about stuff that have to do with a bit of forestry and deserts. Into almost soon towards that. Yeah, account for same thing. We pour libations in a different way than because of where I fire. So in retrospect, the origin of religion, now it was supposed to say a betre yen kola ye foundation any baby a ye wo. Sini be yen kola be appreciate baby a ya wo omo atum na omo improve wo mu. Inza na first religion be catch about say oh ugun sa men ko nsuo ne ho. Eye musuo. Enye say ye musuo. Ohima ye fene say tete no ne ye ni sanhwe pad. Oba egunin sir a better no one hold the blood and there's no way to even predict oba be predict say muja beba you find so okusin you obe politicians you know obi so kosa yare aba kronim e be dan insane memory until there were certain rules and regulations menye say and yes say ye di gu obi hu fi but ye di protect or mining in general. Internal religion ewo ho be na yasen no actually and adani business but internal religion ewo ho sine bia ebeboa enkrofo na mo omebu o masase eni nyoma ewo omo ho sine bia omo do give respect to each other oba nim se nia one be ma kaso be ma so nim se no ne oba kaso be ma nim se one be ma kasa se ni e no ene you see you break it down religion and gave for about like you get a point like now there are a lot of misconceptions near there so because of that obia yen your pekeke but there are rules and regulations to every single thing. There are even a muakra omunim say rules and regulations jata hu aboa ponche obereno but people don't share documentary it will shock you jata hu aponche obereno now so say drought ba now there's only one source of water. Omunim said the whole day one a time do or na baba no nsuo omun say jata no nsuo omun say odwan no nsuo omun obia no nsuo ni bi a comedy no one chenere you get it
at that time.
So they have even rules and regulations na yen nipa you see there be here rules and regulations but that's the international religion by see that it gives rules and regulations to the people and hopefully those rules and regulations you know you polish no as we evolve then you bet me they see a crony idea but then we move from one about spirituality. With spirituality, you are trying to go outside the natural philosophy. In the sense of religion, actual environment, into when who send ya assassin when we say dia we see, when we say we see, when we say we see, after the when who be you know. Now you want to understand your consciousness. Into from conscious into a honor your friends and people begin to talk about and now you are awakening your third eye, you are this thing, and no and adie hu biasa e say nipa no sisi onim say o person ye jollof o the ingredients we ye o person o ti o ya onim say bia o garlic o be honey be ye say na wanom na ho ato o minimum ya say honey no ya chewe we religion mu it is spirituality no sisi akọ wa dream because if your body is whole and your mind is weak course 90 into because of that you know now for the spirituality amao into asibia okay say na adrenity okay adrenity say you know you can nyame cry then nyame what's the purpose of nyame then you're slowly learning certain petty things and when after the meditation be and even prayer ebem into when in comfort says okay prayer say and way you say there are a lot of laws within even the spiritual field you to say when I say spiritual field I mean the awakening like age you be to say the law of the karmic law of the universe. If you try a ball against a bounce back to and you still love your neighbor as yourself. That's the karmic law. The law of abundance and all those things. So you begin to now understand adding tina titino you say enkasatra keke because okasa it carries power into affect you or say hey me yari na be kum after the after they say hey na ko no sum nyame one we kum you get the point so that's when you begin to realize oh okay so my tongue actually has power and this thing has even been proven. Say, okasa chere akola no unknowingly, you know, the child becomes your words. I just say what akola be to say me. Okasa affect no fano. But akola normal akola. Okacha akola say, "Udi o wiade do. Udi o wiade we Jimmy. Ma akola 10 years na hade." We say no we ono kra expert kra we adi wiani. But until I say akola no akola born and yes sir,
you declared it.
You get it. So that's when you begin to understand the concepts of the power of words, the power of everything we do, bibia into and when the spirituality, you know, then when you've unlocked your third, what you term as your third eye is your pineal gland. Being covered third eye is this side, right? And until I'm Muslim, maybe make cover median or this side, and it's linked to your pineal gland, which allows you, it releases melatonin. It allows you to sleep and dream dreams. And if you harness the ability to release this enzyme whilst awake, you can see what people see as visions. That's the whole concept. And the main reason you need that to see and say the brain we are evolving beings. We came from the Neanderthals. Unimo research not in nipa bi wo why the Neanderthals. Christopher from the pre-Adamites. Neanderthals came before yen. And they were a certain evolved species, but they were not as evolved as us. Whilst we were evolving, this brain realized, say, Neanderthals could see everything. They are responsible for majority of the religions in this, in this world, because they saw the beings that came from the sky. They saw every single thing. And ambuamo papa biasa. So because of that, this brain is evolving. So what does it do? So it begins to be like, okay, so the beings that came are this wavelength. So because of that, human beings can see at a particular wavelength. We catch in microphone, we say, in from our way, won't mean for we knew who, but machine to me detect it, but still won't mean for we knew who. Like certain even sounds was soon to mean to be beer, yes, in Yamekasa. Those things talk in a specific range, but was soon from intimate. Unless you are in the dream state. Within the dream state, you can see and hear so many things. Those are people who have reverted back into their original state.
They are confused about their body and
it's not even yeah, exactly. In the sense of because a norm no. I can't be breathed. I see everything that's really on the ground, but and a way and a gauge what they can see and what I can see. So I mean now me who or now me say papa we am in nam no or put me forget me say me who me trim but me who pa but obia it took me over 5-7 years to train myself to that state. But I say obia yes say wabodam or no is someone why enlightened without trying to be enlightened. How a bimu for shortcut
without effort.
You get it, or a bimu for certain drugs which cuts the brain and now prevents the brain from regulating that melatonin. So because of that they see things crass to go say but na oh trust me there are things
he is there and someone is
exactly say but because suchino. If you know how fast the earth is rotating obeti as in intia but ni suchino. I say we crowd nam on and say we need to but why dream creating an illusion because of that you don't see exactly what is happening. You are just living within a certain programmed state. And I be catching go for so within spirituality I saw that my friend said but damn ni a onim so but damn ni. You get the point. That's the whole point. So that's spirituality. And when you reach the end of spirituality, that's when you have all your senses awakening. Meaning, say your skin can feel stuff, your ears can hear, your eyes can see. Your eyes, I'm not talking about this because this lacks. It's your pineal gland we are talking about. When your pineal gland can see, you are done.
When your pineal gland can see, you are done. Okay, I am here with Oracle. When you came first, you were not here. You just came here. What was happening?
Oh.
No, when you sat on this set with me, you were not here with me.
Yeah.
You just came. Where were you?
Oh, let me share around, right? This thing, it sounds stupid when I'm telling the normal person.
I am asking you, I understand. So it won't sound stupid.
So I saw 2 white snakes, so I was asking myself, I know white snakes, dear girl, this place, and here. And after they know, like one of them can see me, the Jimmy Papa, like just fertility, Maame home. I'm saying, what has fertility got to do with this entire place? And like, so they're explaining.
You were saying it was fertility.
Yeah.
And then what? I want to know.
Yeah,
no, don't worry. Me, I want to know.
Okay. So almost as a fertility, I asked a series of questions and whatever. And we not me catch and say make me here because I normal kasa be brave and I almost kasa me TM. So I start working around like me TM a lot and they know this. They will laugh at it, but they know like almost me kasa they are aware. They were explaining every single thing I was seeing here there. Also when I walked into the room, I saw a few things. So I was just asking myself questions. When we came there, maybe some director no, like I looked asleep, but I came out of my body. Now me share my interview, I was just observing there and I'm be some more questions saying I make crying interview like you get the point because I was even telling myself, wow, on your pop like it doesn't really matter. Like and I know my catch and say Charlie Jajimi na brought back to body. So when I started.
So when you sat on the set, now I know you are here with me.
Yeah, of course.
Why are you now here? Why did you
because consciously I'm supposed to like
be here.
Yeah, like talk. If I go out
you will
and
say,
I allow these people to talk.
They will say things. No, to the world.
Yeah.
But me, I understand.
Yeah, that's the whole
point. Okay, so when I called you for the show, you said, "Hey, all my team are Grace." Why that?
Okay.
Let them talk. I want to hear them talk.
No. These people are not even allowed. With Wono, I always say I'm a reincarnated soul, right? So I recognize other reincarnated souls. I remember with you, I think I've seen you before, but I've never really watched your whole interview. When I saw you, I was like, I recognize this. Actually, me for a small girl, jokes aside, like, because I call me huneda. Then later, so when you texted me, I say, hey, so me because I got like certain flashbacks. You, in a way, back then, you were known as the lily of the fountains, right? You were kind of like a spring of life.
It's okay. Let's continue your topic.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's okay. So, what about mysticism? Now we know you've educated us on religion and then spirituality. So let's go to mysticism.
Okay.
Tell them to leave you now. I'm here. I'm also enjoying you. So I'm glad they've left you for me. So let me have fun after they can also take over. Me, I understand. Don't worry.
Okay. No problem. The same. With mysticism, no. With mysticism, I hope you will edit these things out. So you tell me. Okay. With mysticism, okay, it comes right after spirituality. With mysticism, you understand how the universe operates. You understand every single thing because you are now awakened, technically born again, awakened, you are awake, however you term it. I don't have a problem. And then you now begin to, like to say, Obi to say me, I know I've come before, I know there are certain things I didn't know. So you now begin to actually search for those answers to those information. Like, Obi then life means or person say, ye kasi nyame, ye ka, or person say, papa, like what is like, Obi so hope certain secrets of this universe, like there are secrets of immortality, there are a whole specific. So that's why people actually, that's why the whole world, they only about 4 mystics. I won't lie. People declare themselves as mystics, but they're actually spiritual people. That's the funny thing. There's a difference between you, a spiritual person and someone who is actually into mysticism. Obi all mysticism, you know, or sebodamni, truthfully. And even in Ghana, I quite remember me starting this whole thing. There were quite a lot, but even me now they were hiring into mysticism, right? And hopefully,
I understand. Yeah. There was me, anybody I personally call me, I understand. There was a man who was here called Eagle Rabbi.
Okay.
And when he was talking in the comment section, people were passing a comment that why not doing Juma, why saying. Then when it happens like that, and I look at the words the person is disbursing that people are not getting, and like you said, they feel that like they feel that but me who almost so me I understand. So mysticism no and me it's huge for me because I know.
Okay.
But said the outcome be any for be pe and omo practicing mysticism. Ghana, do we have someone who is practicing mysticism?
Actually, when I started, maybe I cheated. In a way, I'm not supposed to reach this level of understanding. I had 14 people lead me into like and my last person, SS, she finalized everything. She granted me access to like necromancy and all those kind of things. She told me so. She's the only human I know. I don't know how many humans of that sort are there, but me myself, do that stage near. It's me control time and space. With me konim ekonichi ono kro yera me act na me bi o so he me na or the catch because like she even showed me my future. You know catch me say she made me aware say nkrofu we yaba and I was like yes. You know say nkrofu by this age and I was like yeah. You know say okay obetche me ndi nechi me di my minichi for let's say almost 2 hours before we went to a field or check me obetche me. Can you imagine say when order me back na 5 minutes in train me.
That's
hey, I feel sure
that's how it
and I was say I brand here me that say some man miska and mama was coming and I actually understood after some time why she was behaving that way and the idea so on no leading me into this thing. That's why I'm a mystic at the moment. I don't even like declaring myself as a mystic because I'm just level 1, right? But hopefully but in Ghana, truthfully, majority of the people are at their later stages of their spirituality. That's the people who are actually powerful enough. Like at the very latter stages. A lot of them at the beginning stages, but just quite a few at the latter stages. And in Ghana, they'll come and tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. But like, if they want to prove power, I don't have a problem. You can prove. I'm here. We can prove any form of power you want. I don't have a problem with it. I know when it comes to power showing, like obkoshobal form, and you really toe to toe, non poison, you'll be first. I don't have a problem. Certain things I don't really have a problem with it. If you are doing shit, but in Ghana, there is not one mistake. Like I said, the whole world is only 4. I won't lie. It's only 4, and we are over 7 billion people. We are close to 8 billion, if not like we are enriching Kraya. And only 4 people are actually mystics. The majority of people are spiritual people, and the rest of society are lost. They are asleep.
So where are you a mystic?
I'm just level 1.
Level 1.
Yeah.
Okay, the level 1. What is your abilities between somebody who has reached the higher consciousness, like a higher level in spirituality, and you that is in level 1 of mysticism? What's the difference between the two of you?
That was the highest level of spirituality and the level 1 mysticism. What's the actual difference? My dream home. Actually, I've never really thought of this because I really do not. Okay, some material connector. Okay. So with spirituality, like I said, if you are working your third eye or whatever, I didn't Mecca is cheap testing. Oh yeah, relax. Sorry. Truth is, when before I say something, I look at the comments.
I called you, so I know why I called you.
So, with the level 1 spirituality, like I said, you have access to the highest form of what you term as angelic beings, like cherub and even demons, right? I work with the light and the dark, right? But I'm a dark attribute, meaning I belong to the dark. I don't belong to the light. I won't lie about it, right? I belong to extreme darkness. Like, men say, oh, yira. Me because I know darkness more than you know your life.
And you know your bearings.
Exactly. Should I be real with you? Darkness is more powerful than light, but that's a different topic altogether. Like, light is, you people have a semi-limited ability, but we have a whole, the only thing I'm with the BT is healing. We can't, if I heal someone, like, so I transfer healing ability to, like, people who have the light. I have, like let's say 16 pastors who, like, kind of are under me. I've transferred the healing attributes to them in some way that they can heal because they are in the light, right? But maybe healia, so I don't like healing in the sense I made the call a. But okay, that's with spirituality. The best a spiritual person can do is just like to say maybe if you are awakening your third eye. That's the highest form, right? If you are awakening your third eye and you can manipulate things with your third eye. With me as a person, right? I can travel between worlds, know people, come back, explain to people won't understand. But those same people I know, to say me, I can go to a different dimension, meet you, but in your past self, tell you I'll meet you, but you won't believe me at that state. Come back, come here, meet you again, talk to you, and I'll be laughing, and you are just there. And I understand, and I even know when you die. That's one thing. I know when almost everyone will die. Excluding like 2 or 3 people.
Why are they excluded?
They're people above my rank. I don't know them.
Yeah,
I can't read them.
You are truthful. But so the difference between somebody who has reached the higher consciousness or higher spirituality and mysticism is because the person practicing mysticism can travel into future, past, and what have you.
You have like your bearings.
Your bearings, like I said. And somebody who is practicing spirituality in the highest level can manipulate things with the third eyes and all that. Okay, so with what you have and the conditions of Ghana, what do you see?
Truth, or I should just lie?
You can't lie here. This is a spiritual platform. You can't lie on this. So
first and foremost, 2007, Ghana was covered in total darkness, right? Make this data. Early 2000s, people came to warn people that there was an impending darkness coming. Nobody minded those people. Those people died. They were laughed at. They were ridiculed. Like, I've seen everything. Over the duration of this lifespan, Ghana has been in darkness, and Ghana loves the darkness because we hug the darkness. And when I say darkness, the darkness of what I'm referring to is different from the darkness I belong to, if it makes sense. I'm a dark attribute, but when I talk about darkness, I'm talking about extreme negativity. That's the whole point. Ghana is within darkness, but almost form. And because of that, this darkness has then flooded into everything. So I told I told people that was 2 years ago last time. There's a famine coming. The famine started in the US. I told people the time I elected Joe Biden. Mekachenko say, "Oh yeah, agents of destruction," but nobody minded me. And I told them, say, Donald Trump is actually an agent of light. People were like, but because sometimes OG means in California, I told them, say, Trump no try to prevent me, but people didn't mind me. I don't lie. People didn't mind me. I deal with two, like the people who kind of manage me. They tell me not to say these things.
Say these things. We want to know.
I'll get into trouble
because you are not saying anything. I mean,
okay. Ghana is going to be in a state of famine for a few years. The next election, truth is, past election, not a say yekon, but people like me were called and we had to change certain things. This election, 2 presidents are supposed to die. What else? Do you want things that will happen or things that will happen?
I am asking you these questions to know the state that we are in now.
Oh, Ghana is in the...
The farming thing I've been preaching, I've been talking about it, that people should go into farming. If you go to my platform, you will see this we've been talking about.
Oh, the farming is actually... I can't be... I think I can't... 1 year, 2 months.
So with all you have, what are you doing to help this country?
That's the best question so far. The truth is, like I said, everyone has disrespected and rejected everything we come to say. So because of that, people like myself don't care again. Truth is, I say Bible can say ma pomin so mo sorry I must say nyame mo ma pomin and na mo suffer me din. It's the same concept in this country. Nkrofo come out and will be like na asofu Jimmy na where you see na where Jimmy for, and when you suffer then you're like I don't know moon bomb pie in my mind. It doesn't work those way. You can't eat your cake and have it. You can't disrespect someone and expect the person to glorify you. You can't do those things. So I don't really care about what's going to happen. I won't lie about it.
Because you know your end already, and those you want to help don't care. But when people say the pastors Jimmy say before, nobody can stand and insult a pastor or a spiritual person. So what do you think has caused this?
Oh, they are the new gods.
They are
the new gods, no more banning. Like they are the ancient gods, they are the old gods, and they are the new gods, right? The new gods actually don't respect a lot of things. I've worked with some; they don't idea about say. So the new gods are very good and cunning, right? People think it's the work of the dead. There's nothing like that. They are the gods doing their own things. The new gods are very cunning. They are more cunning than the old gods and the ancient gods. But the ancient gods have more knowledge than the new gods. We human beings have a short lifespan, so we don't know a lot of things. So, and the new gods have used, we think technology is modern. It's not. These things are old things. I've seen, I know the things that will come. Some classmates, I told people about smartwatches by in Proverbs. I told them, say, time about midi or watch it's yenium. Yes, time no be ID. Because I've seen these things over and over and over. The new gods just brought old technology and they polished it and we thought a new exactly era. And they are using the technology to enslave humans. So right now human beings are not thinking, they are just like let's just sheep cries a better way. They are basically cattle, like they are just being led to the slaughter.
They are just being led to the slaughter. You are an African. We African. How do you see the entire African continent? Is there hope for us?
If there's going to be hope for Africa, unless our entire mindset is renewed, that's the truth. Because over the past millennia, as I'm watching this, I'm going through the comments. Over the comments, say blacks they be blame whites. Before you comment, listen. As Africans, right? I'm not going to blame the whites or anything, but it is an established fact. The whites took over 3,000 years to slowly turn Africa against themselves. And that's a fact. And right now, Maame Grace, share the typical Africaner, obi to black door, ema ne ba, you say a bosom. But to white door, ma ba, AF. Like, you are even now telling Oba, ne say, white is good, black is bad. I always even tell people the source is dark himself. Like, he's blackness within blackness within black. No, he's a mastery of light, but his entire field is blackness. You say in him there is no impurity, right? Light and the darkness. Often said DNA impure. Me bisa can a question.
I said me na me host. Me na me bisa questions.
Yeah, I said but me bisa we be.
I want to be bisa me be.
Yeah, oh, you grace. All right. Truth is, Light has a lot of impurities within it. Light is a construct of several colors. The colors, the colors signify various emotions, but the source itself has no emotions. The source itself has no emotions.
Why are you giving me your hand?
The source itself has no emotions, so it's black. But we've been taught, say, black is for demons and blah 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 blah, and white so now we worship white and what. So because of that mindset, we do not establish our own. Your friend is saying a few blacks come around, make inventions. It's not appreciated, but whites need fa. Now or say okay, a new now say and alba.
The fact that you know a bit about me spiritually, what do you see when you see all the rivers in Ghana going through Omututu Bola ni Sanyamaniguma? You are a spiritual person. How do you feel, and how do you think I should feel?
Oh, to be honest, it actually hurts me, right? Because I even tell people, people think the earth is the source of life. It's actually not true. It's water, right? Water is the source of life, and the earth borrows it from water. And like, there's a whole lot of ways to explain this, but jokes aside, if I try doing that, may run microphobia. But the water is the primary source of life. And if you are destroying the primary source of life, you are made up of about 70% water as a human. And you are destroying the majority of your makeup. And you are telling me, say, it is all well with you. Pachiyo Mate, I don't have a problem. As you do that, fashion trim say it has also a mystical element to it. As you destroy one thing, that thing, if it has a chefa more, yeah, exactly, and also it will affect you very like negatively. I just say me, ebia me bua obi, me money skada. Na osa same ya chobi. Ebe shocking people say debia me money skaba, debia so no odi here. Because you get it. That's how the whole point is. So sometimes because I tell people, look, why bother throwing stuff into water bodies? No, I don't like. There are so many ways to do certain things. There are avenues in place. Me say me nom insu. You never see me say na me jar to insu. Why will I do that? Sometimes can me nam na insu at all. Because sometimes I like praying within the rain, right? Me nam na like me miss you turn me who said like bola we share bola ni di. The only thing I'm seeing are cases. I'm like, imagine say what you feel now me my better me bola shegu feel. How would you feel? People think nothing is within water. Really? Oh, Sheshona, you can use just 1 month thing. For ensure every single day. Make a find so you pure water. Go to a river, pick water, make that water your god, and bombard to that water for 1 month. Now you say, now you need to or problem. And you think say there's nothing really within water. I sometimes say, you know, media agree, I miss you. Yeah, it's real. But I just ignore because truth is,
you can't do anything about it.
That's the point. If you try even showing people the way, or betting out, I say Ubia like as or train or quite bad lights no old try so the flashing in suka or be yaw.
But one
you get it, but it has been, they've made a thing too complicated. I don't like the thing is supposed to be easy. Oh, faha. Oh, faha put to be anyo. In sunipa. Oh, like faha had they put to be an or see me shadi abasia or the me. But how call a poto or ubetum a wetching oh the meet me a chimp. Come with me one come make catch yourself. But you can't do anything about it, so you just let people. A lot of people become destroyed. Oh, I like over the years of doing this. Me papa, like Archbishop, right? I've seen a lot of things. Sometimes me sheni pedi. The only thing I tell myself is, "Uni my dear, they are moving my power say me ma 5 minutes yin me. Help me do bibia me kun bibia." Me as a human, me refresh bibia. Ni page me do. We can to say it's a fact. Nipa Jimmy Dodo. Oh, one nipa no account same. Oh, kasi okay. Oh, train one was account Then
they don't know what they want. So if this is how you feel, how do you think I should feel?
With you, honestly, if you would feel the same way, I don't have a problem. But like with people like you, sometimes I don't like telling people how to feel exactly. But truth is, yeah. I don't lie about these things. Hey,
you are watching Revelations and I'm a bit emotional. But nyame wo ho ebeye ye pa. So in 1 minute I would want you to perform a bit, show us a bit of power.
Not power, just show you what.
Practical.
Exactly.
Give me a
No
little bit
problem.
practical
No
stuff
problem.
here for me to see. But before you go then, how do you see Revelations? Don't tell me how you see it physically. Tell me where it stands or what it represents on the other side.
So like I said, they are new gods. The new gods who tried their possible best, but they are canon in here. I know they don't have, you don't have a problem with them. Truth is, I know specific people within the show who are at the background sponsoring the show. You people don't even state the actual sponsors. Let me just be real with you. Most state it's funny. So I've watched last time I was watching, I was like, but these are not the people who actually sponsor. Like, why? You get the point. The actual people, you know. Like the actual, I mean, personally, because I am show in here, but like there are people out there, whatever. We know all these people. We see them. We listen. The only thing I would say is that sometimes, for you, me, I won't ignore. But sometimes just ignore the whole fallacy, like the whole fallacy going on in play. It's just the work of the new gods, and they are very cunning. If you don't take it, it will break you down.
Sure.
And
Sure.
I always tell people, say, imagine when you started. Truth is, you didn't really have this big of you thought say you're just doing 1, 2, 3 pen one. You didn't really think say to reach the masses, but then you were pushed by unknown sources from several places. You know what I'm talking about. Then you got to this establishment. I respect and I understand that, but just for sure, team say the battle is just about to start too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know. You are watching Revelations with Maame Grace and the Oracle. Where do I mean? I'm a friend. No, me and I'm coaching free to but just like Eagle Rabbi, I know them. I'm going to bring out all these people, so you know. I want you to. People do say that mokasa mon practice. But I am catching for say real spiritual people don't like publicity. Na omo.
Like certain things, like here, I won't establish actual power. If I do, cameras in Abe say we've lost. Now we'll lose our recording.
So a little practical for us to
okay,
know
so I talked about the third eye and stuff like that. Mostly, I like just doing that as a showmanship thing. Here, mostly, I hold these things because you understand it down. We in Crawford say we're a rubber, right? But it's as hard as steel. But testimony say it's actually solid.
Me, I know. It's daddy.
Daddy, and your rubber, right? And me here will be one of these people. No me because we my eyes because I don't really know what's going on. So if it's possible, but nipa neba onfa pieces of paper, like just 2 pieces of paper, yeah, food there you can't see through Embra.
Okay.
So any one,
Call
I don't
me,
have a problem.
Sandra.
So like it's a normal thing, but I just need these 2 papers, right? First and foremost, say there's nothing you can't see through. That's the most important. No MBA. It will be in the States. Like fashion, so with me who through. Can you see through? Same thing with this. So you can see through. You can't? No. Okay. Make sure some my glasses near medicated. Because I tell people me are legally blind. A lot of people don't know this. I was declared legally blind, I think, around 2012 or 2010. One of it. Maybe I am in keeping track. Okay, that's what we do, right? Okay. So, and don't worry, I know everything in this place right now. And see, this is what I do. Maame, just a piece. You help me with the remaining. Hopefully, this is sticky enough. Maame, 1 paper. You're being as slow as possible. It's in Ibia. The patrol bit mati BBC, Maame, but in a long kakra, Maame. Sorry. Okay. Let's see. Exactly. Thank you. How long is it? Okay. So this is what we start with. Shania Meyer, because you do the same thing, right? Okay. Hopefully this thing begins to stick properly. Okay. And stick it that much. Pachote nafa yeah. Okay. And a paper no for paper no too. So I think there's a sticky side.
Yes.
Okay. Sisiano, what we'll do is say solid tape no single fakata like so.
But say one ceiling any no.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Okay. the main reason I'm meeting idea is that it takes a long time sometimes. Funny enough, say, oh yeah, in the simple way. Like I have sometimes I put a bag on me and stuff like that. We can say, and a bag you can see through. And I say, into any longer. After
no,
exact the point. But oh, twice so like, and I like make sure say there are no like you get a point. If it can be as vertical as possible, I mean, it covers properly. Okay. Now, how do you wager? Okay. But your blindfold, no, away. But your phone.
But I could tie in between the nose and
yeah. Exactly.
If I blindfold,
but your. Okay. Yeah. Exactly. Okay. So this is. Oh yeah, I do a shimmy tea there. Okay. Yeah. Try say with the exactly. Okay. Into Maame Grace. This thing is always funny. Into you have captured as many hosts as possible, right? I will. Say. Yes, please, you can go. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sandra.
Sorry, so this is Senibia and Yamina Maye. You'll be near Senibia and Cassie, oh, yeah, now wash the job, baby. And Yamina Maye, so there's no way I can actually do anything. I try and give people the best day, and I now all verify. So, and I'm patrol, she ni masun meet me, like Obi can be Biashama, right? She ni masun, whatever. In between, I may cheat, I may ask certain things, but just in case me start to say, me, patrol, you see. During when you are waking your third eye, right? Aside the ability to astral project that's coming out of your body, out of body experiences, you can actually use your inner eye to see things around you. And then sometimes movie for a day, movie small, X-Men, then it's an actual thing that is there. In Maame Grace, Fabibia, Momoma will be beer, anything it is. As long as it's big enough, saying the camera can see, I don't have a problem. But Fabibia, Mamina, started with this whole thing. Okay. But unya bibia money nye dede, all right? Because of my son, sometimes make a time my son saying being but money nye dede or whatever it is. But bibia e bia fa mama me grace, na mama grace me sell u kita bibia mami hu.
Okay.
Indeed. I just wait for your clearance. Don't make
okay,
noise.
All right. I'm holding something now.
You are now holding something.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Maame Grace, I think your left should be facing this side. Is Maame Grace meet me saka or wrist, left wrist.
Yes.
Like I even turn and recently we are wrist in a pair. Okay. Thank you. Now I have access. Hopefully, like it's not a bad thing. Okay, access. Thank you. Maame Grace, Pacho, Adina Kitano. Watch this thing for me. Imagine say Ukita Diri, right? Okay. High or low? Like high. Pacho, is it facing the camera?
Yes, it's facing both the camera and you.
Both camera. Okay. I don't really care whether it's facing me as long as it's facing the camera. For me, I know you are within this region, so I don't have a problem. Pacho Kita Bibi.
Yes.
And that's the only thing in your hand, right?
Yes.
Very good. Is it in your left or right hand now?
My right hand.
Your right hand. Okay, this is what we do. Pacho, why you with that?
No.
Okay. Do you know how it works? Okay. So suits are near post. Okay, purple. I did not get any purple in a way. I'm not really good with colors, but it feels kind of purplish. Okay. Imagine say you saw you may use no physically by team imagine mommy exactly. That we be a book na. Okay, very good. Patch your fat beautiful. Pacho, say, Ukitadina, just stomp your feet. I'll try and feel it. Do you have something?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay. I thought you didn't actually have something.
I do have something.
Okay, I told you to stomp your feet. Did you?
Yes.
Okay. Really? Stomp your feet is sound right?
Only one feet.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Sure.
Okay, so you're holding this thing, right? Okay. Okay, this is getting a bit more difficult. You're in this direction, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Please, let's just cheat in a way, but don't tell me exactly. Just give me a general feel. Okay, very good. Pacho, so unse kita ade na fa unsa efa ade na homa me slowly. Okay, very Pacho, by maninye dede, that's the point, right? You're holding something. Okay, I always get one wrong. I knew I'd get this wrong. Okay. Honestly, nah, I'm not getting this. I'm feeling something a bit more plasticky. Pacho, over to me, like hopefully without making noise, turn it at the end slowly, Maame. Like without making noise, just turn it slowly. Oh shit, it made noise. It made noise. It made noise. I can't even say like this, but still, I'm just being as honest as possible. I don't know what this is, right? But I'll try and describe it.
Describe it, yeah, sure.
It made noise. Even if I say it's plastic or metal, it doesn't make sense. But this is the description I'm getting. I'll only give the shape and then we'll move on to the next thing as fast as possible. This thing is not a rectangle, so BB to say good. BB says a semicircle. Very good. I just don't know what it is. I won't lie. It's kind of like a plaque of a sort. I don't know what this is.
Okay, I won't call it for you. When you are done, then I'll show you to you.
Okay, very good.
But you describe something.
Okay, now the last thing, I don't know a lot of things. Like I just pick up certain things. I know. Mind you, I can't see as like anything at all. I mean, I can't see anything you're holding.
I'm holding something.
Now you're holding something.
Yeah, sure. Another thing.
I'm going first seeing you.
Yeah.
Like a string of things about.
Yeah.
Okay, that explains a lot. But in your hand, let this thing be only in your hand.
It's in my right hand. Actually,
your right hand.
Only my right hand, and my right foot is on the ground to make it easy to communicate.
Okay. Okay, very good. Adia Okitano, please just blank your mind. Don't even try and understand. I'll try and read this thing exactly from you. It's very difficult doing it on these kind of platforms. But Adia Okitano, the first one was purple. The other one was kind of like a deeper color. But this is kind of like a lighter feel into a BBT say white. Am I right?
Yeah.
Good. It's kind of like. Okay, I also don't know this properly, but like I'll try and describe exactly what it is. And your perfume, right?
No.
I always close, but I don't know this one.
Yeah.
What was this? You can tell me this because I don't think I've
heard this. This is AirPod.
Okay, that explains.
But it's white.
It's white.
So
okay, that explains a lot.
Get that
so
one.
The last one, so maybe I can get this right, so that the people watching can also like at least unim say me not two wrongs. There is no way I know what this is.
Okay, we go.
Okay, we are good to go. Okay, same thing, right?
This I have to get it right, so I'll cheat. Okay. I'm begging you, I'll cheat. Like me TM, so me cheat. You're holding something, right?
Yeah.
Okay, in your right hand.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, very good. Okay, this is something that is. It feels like feathers, but I'm not sure. But I'll try and go with the color first. Color ne bibi to say brown of a sort, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
There is one more thing in it. I want you to get it for me.
And
then you get it from the source that it was made out of.
Why you place something in?
You get me more information about what I'm holding.
Okay.
I'm not getting a. I'm trying to use my own eyes. That's why I'm hold on.
Yeah.
Shall I say what it is or I should describe?
Describe or what it is. Anything. Give me more information about it.
Okay, not just it's brown, right?
Yes.
You want exactly what it is.
It is brown.
Okay, but you want me to say exactly what this is.
Say something else about it.
Okay.
Mami Grace, imagine so you saw Mami Keke. Let me just try and see something from your eyes. Don't see anything.
Okay.
Adiwe, interesting. There's a circle thing in the middle.
You
Very
get it.
Good.
You are there.
There's she's yes, meaning there be no. Switch to
okay, a pillow bisa.
Sure, you get
right.
it. You get
okay,
it. You get it. You get it. You get it. Your head will ache. It's okay. Let's close.
Oh God.
remove the blindfolds. So we just gave you a little bit of practicals. You close in with solid-tapes in A4 sheet. And you did that and so a shade in Nika. When I made money near ma say on can't detecting your from me, I'm you holding me way. So this is what I gave you and you were struggling.
What is it?
It's just a deco.
Oh, okay.
But you describe the shape, so you got it. And this is the first thing I showed you, and you described the purple, and I opened it. It's a book.
Okay.
And then this is the airport, and the last.
The airport I didn't actually get it.
You got the color, and then this is the last.
And internal kasi bibi.
Yes. So you are watching Revelations with the Oracle. These are the people as I say, you grew me. So we call America, now call more parliament, they have souls like this. Do a match corner, almost chassis, or almost shady and sana, or more etimi edia. But these are people try to bring them out. A bit to say Eagle Rabbi. These people are well endowed, they are very, very, very spiritual. Adia me pesa we say ube sunyade. Na wonso wa get into spirituality into suade wo platform we so na jai say wo frefre nkrofo wo pesika wo yese say wo nyi ye wo mu asika bi a wo benya no untumi emfa anye hwe pacho for social media handles ne wo numbers fa to dwama me.
Okay, my social media handle Facebook Ahunkeja Africa. I have a group, the Dakios group, so most people are within that Facebook. And YouTube, you are now creating one, but it should be the same Ahunkeja. Ahunkeja is spelled AHOKAGYA. Can I bring something in? I'm doing a show. Can I hint?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. 25th of next month. 25th June. A show which is with this the unveiling the atmosphere of spirituality, and we will try as much as possible to make it prophetic and as practical as possible. Even within the show and share me, because my idea is very dangerous, and if it doesn't go according to plan, that one they may kind of create, I'm gone. But like if it goes according to plan, we'll be able to finish the show hopefully. And my number need team. I won't lie about it, so I'll just refer. But it's 059 473 7622 059 473 7622.
Okay, so this is the Oracle, one of my own. And let's learn. Mun tapi education in free all these people. Mun take impactation, in free all these people. And same time next week, Revelations will come your way with another episode. Thank you so much for coming. You know I love you, right? You know. I mean, I love spiritual people. Udi benkuna dana yefu yese blah di o blah and they allow. Obey the videos. Same time next week, Revelations will come your way with another episode. Shalom. Peace.
This program is fully sponsored by Global Eagle Revival Outreach Ministries, a not-for-profit organization. To support our broadcast to reach others like you, kindly send support to Zenith Bank, Ghana. Account number 6012402066. Account name Global Eagle Revival Outreach Ministries, La Trade Fair Branch, Birmingham. Mobile money account, merchant 0544 859 007. Name Global Eagle Revival Outreach Ministry. Reference Revelations or TWM